Alright, Nebula is our new season pass card. And there we go. Let's unlock it. And now, we are a proud owner of Nebula. What's up guys, Kitty here. With Nebula as our new season pass card, it's time to experiment with a ton of different variations. So Nebula, each turn your opponent doesn't play a card here, +2 power, except the turn you play this. Okay, so its ceiling is actually really high if you play it on turn 1, and if they don't play anything into it for all the turns, then you're gonna get 11 power. Yeah, that is 1 energy for 11 power. That's the best you can get with Nebula. So which means this is a pretty strong card if your opponent does not play into you. Now before we get into it, don't forget to smash the like button real hard and sub to the channel for free for more awesome Marvel Snap content, because we will be experimenting with a ton of variations throughout the channel. Now let's begin. So, with Nebula, the first deck we're gonna make on day 1 is the lane control deck. So we throw down our Nebula, and then usually people are gonna try and play into you, so you don't get the buff. And when you expect them to do that, play stuff like Star-Lord. On reveal, if your opponent played a card here this turn, +3 power. So if they want to disrupt you from getting +2 power, you actually gain +3 power. There you go, guys. This is how this deck generally works. We got Drax here. Yep, if your opponent play a card here this turn, +3 power. And of course, when you're playing lane control decks, Gamora is just so good. If your opponent play a card here this turn, +5 power. And of course, with Gamora, it's actually very easy to get the +5 buff because you got stuff like Spider-Man and Professor X to lock down lanes. And don't forget, Storm is here as well. So generally, how you want this deck to function is you throw down your Nebula on turn 1, then you start predicting, go for the dancing game, and start controlling lanes with stuff like Storm, Spider-Man, and Profix. Of course, with Profix, you would have Daredevil here to help you lock down the correct lane. Then of course, there are the counter cards, which are really good against all the other stuff in the meta. The Cosmo to shut down on reveals, Shang-Chi to blast really big stuff, and finally, the newly buffed Enchantress, a 4/6, shuts down all ongoing cards. So if they're playing stuff like Patriot, Enchantress just completely craps on them. So there you go, guys. This is the deck profile, and hopefully you guys are going to try this out. Now without further ado, let's jump right into some games and see how our day 1 Nebula lane control deck will do. Okay, we got our Daredevil down on turn 2, which makes a Prof X lockdown very easy. Okay, so now we got Nebula. Oh, come on, Nebula, you should have shown up on turn 1. But hey, turn 3 is not the latest, so we'll have to take that. A wave, which kind of makes me think, are you running stuff like, Death, Galactus, all that good stuff? I'm a little afraid, but I guess we should just play. Okay, I'm gonna Spider-Man lockdown, I guess. Because we have a guaranteed Prof X lockdown next turn, so we can lock him up with the Vault, so he can't play anything there. Okay, no turn 5 and turn 6 on the right side for them. Yeah, that's pretty good. Our Nebula is definitely gonna gain a ton more power. Okay, now we can see their play with Daredevil. Okay, the Dark Arc there. I'm a little concerned, but I'm just gonna play Gamora, and hopefully we don't pull into our Cosmo. Yeah, they have initiative, so if they pull our Cosmo, then our Gamora is not gonna trigger. Please, don't pull our Cosmo. Just pull the Profix, lock yourself down, and go for the Sabu. Yeah, we just need that Profix down. Come on, lock him up. Oh, we did pull the Cosmo, but I think we still got enough to win. So there we go, +7. We got 14 against their 11. And there, they can't play anything in the vault. We have a guaranteed victory, right? Unless they play something weird like Dr. Doom. You got Dr. Doom, you win. Nope. They actually don't got it. And we clutched a victory. Yeah, the first victory with Nebula. GG well played to our opponent. And as you can see, the lockdown is strong here. Well, you know what? This time we actually got the turn 1 Nebula. But I think I really should have conserved the Starlord, because in some matchups, they don't get anything to play in the early turns. Like, you know, those Galactus deck that I have been playing, you don't really have much of a play until, say, turn 3. Okay, they do got a turn 3. My Drex is gonna gain a ton of power. Yep. I mean, if I were you, I would have waved elsewhere. But seeing Yondu plus wave, I'm definitely thinking, ooh, Galactus. Yeah, because that's how I like to play it. Okay, I'm debating Cosmo or Spider-Man here. But I was like, okay, if that's a Galactus, Spider-Man would wreck him. All I gotta do is make the 50-50 call. Do I put it in the middle or the right? Are they gonna Galactus, mid, or right? But this time is actually a little difficult because it's not very obvious. So I made the 50-50 prediction. I was too much of a wimp to snap. But looking back at it, if I snapped, it would have been so much profit. There you go. Spider-Man lockdown against your Galactus. GG well played. We definitely snap here. And they have to retreat. Yep. That is how this deck rolls. Even if you bring a Galactus deck, which I have been destroying people with throughout my videos on the channel. If you want to see some of those, definitely check them out. But hey, we blast him so easily. Spider-Man lockdown, easy game against Galactus. And it feels so good knowing the Galactus players' plays and countering them. This is how you completely wreck a Galactus player's day. Moving on to our next victim. I mean, honestly, I did not expect to win against a Galactus so early on. Hey, it's just the start of the season, and a lot of crazy stuff are gonna happen. Alright, we did not know Nebula on the second turn because, you know, I don't want to leak that energy. And Sabu might be good. We could have top decked into something like a Spider-Man. But now, they already got 2 cards on the left side. I'm actually a little scared because they snapped here. I should not have Starlord there. I think I should have played Starlord. I don't know. But getting that raft, though, is quite important. There you go. They did not play in the raft at all, so I was a little confused. One bad thing is we already clocked up our left side, so if they have something big there, like a Giganto, then we lose the left side. Dracula, which means they got stuff like, you know, Infinite, Giganto in the deck. So what we gotta do here is, I don't know, they gave us a Galactus. The game knows I love Galactus as a card. So they're giving it us through the raft. But hey, Galactus is one of your least favorite cards from the raft. You can't even utilize that. It doesn't work if you don't build your deck around Galactus. So I'm just gonna go for the Gamora. Get the guaranteed shuffle to the right side. And if the Dracula did not go, there, I think I would have won it for sure, right? Ah, it's a little late for Spider-Man. If I had Spider-Man to lock down the Strange Academy, I would have totally won. Yeah, I would 100% win the game. But right now, it's a little awkward. If they Dracula into something big, we lose the right side. So all they have to do is play something on the left. And they did that. Yeah, there's not much of a play we can make, but hey, they just got Lady Sif. So I would expect it's a 50-50. One of them is like an Infinite or a Giganto, but they lost the coin flip. Yep. And this is how it rolls. If you rely on coin flips to win games. GG well played to our opponent. Nebula, doing a little bit of work, but most of the time she's just there as bait so you can set up stuff like your Gamora and the lane lockdowns. Now moving on to the final victim. Okay, Mr. Sinister. We don't get our Nebula, so well, maybe we're in for a bad time. We do have the Daredevil down though, so we can easily get off a good Gamora on turn 5. Let's see if we get the Prof X into our hand soon. I mean, we got Elysium, so we don't have to rush and play cards. We got a Bishop down, okay. We could just Spider-Man and lock down a lane for now. Yeah, that's Spider-Man and then maybe Drax or Gamora next turn. Yeah, Spider-Man makes those guessing games a lot easier. Oh, the Scorpion. I don't like Scorpion. Especially if I have a 5-card hand. Okay, Ebony Maw. You locked us. I was gonna say, oh, they locked themselves up with the X-Mention, but nope. I got an Elektra there to help them with that. Oh, gosh. That would have been such a great lockdown. But now, we gotta make more prediction games. We finally play our Nebula on turn 4. So, you know, if you don't got the extra energy, don't do that. But I did, so that's why I made that play. Oh, wait a minute, it costs 0, so whatever. There you go. Gamora very easily gets the trigger. Now that I know they are gonna make a play, I can easily get down my Drax. So the Iron Man on the left side. Okay, it's not the buffed card by Nakia. It's actually good because on the final turn, Nebula is going to gain +2 power. And I can Drax right now in Cosmo. And then next turn, I'm going to surprise them with the Enchantress. Yeah, with Drax here, making them think, oh, they don't got a counterplay to my Iron Man. And I'm going to surprise them. Quite honestly, I should have snapped on turn 5. Now it's a little too late. Or maybe I should have snapped right here. I'm just gonna stall out the mid. And can we win the game? I think we can, because Enchantress just shuts them down. And Nebula, though, is gonna gain more power. Killmonger, oh, my Nebula. What a shame. But hey, that Killmonger was almost good enough. But anyway, Enchantress just did so much work that Loki should have snapped a lot earlier. But hey, we win 2 cubes, so I can't really complain. Hopefully, after these battles, you guys will see. Ooh, Nebula is actually pretty good. I like it because it's kind of like a sunspot that your opponent has to play stuff to counter it or, play into it to not let it get more power. I would say its worst enemy is definitely the Killmonger, but I think it's gonna have a really high ceiling, just like Sunspot. Yeah, Sunspot has been played a lot, and Nebula is kind of like it. You just slap him down on turn 1, and your opponent has to worry about the increasing power. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed my Nebula lane control deck made on day 1 of release. If you have, don't forget to smash the like button real hard and sub to the channel for free for more awesome Marvel Snap content. And don't forget to check out my different video guides on the channel. I'm gonna link some of them up in the description and on the cards. So go ahead and browse as you wish. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the new season. Have a great rest of the day, and peace out.